Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a reminder of how fragile the systems we take for granted can be, and how quickly our lives can be upended when they fail. I'm referring to the recent power outage that struck Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, LADWP, customers across the city of Los Angeles, California. In the early afternoon of Saturday, more than 100,000 customers were suddenly plunged into darkness. CBS News. It was reported around 12:55 p.m. that a large number of homes and businesses lost power in key neighborhoods from Mid-Wilshire and Koreatown to Leimert Park and Baldwin Hills. Los Angeles Times. For a period, the outage impacted over 100,000 customers before restoration efforts brought that number down to about 1,500. CBS News. The utility worked swiftly and by approximately 2:40 p.m. full restoration was announced. CBS News. Let's pause to reflect on what this moment meant. In one sense, it was a momentary interruption, a few hours of being without power. But in another sense, it was a window into how interconnected and dependent our daily lives are on reliable electricity. For a city as busy and sprawling as Los Angeles, the outage had ripple effects. Elevators stopped working, traffic signals went dark, businesses paused, and residents found themselves wondering what had gone wrong and how quickly things would come back. Imagine a business in Koreatown relying on refrigeration, lighting, digital systems, all just stopped. A family in Baldwin Hills prepping dinner, suddenly unable to finish. A commuter stuck in an elevator when the power cut, the emergency services having to respond to more elevator calls than usual. CBS News. These are not hypothetical. These are very real consequences of a power outage. What do we learn from this event? First, resilience matters. Even if the outage lasted only a few hours, the fact that restoration was achieved so rapidly speaks to the systems and crews ready to respond. It highlights the value of investment in maintenance, monitoring, and rapid response. But resilience also means being prepared at the individual level. Having a plan for when the lights go off, backup power for essential devices, knowing what to do when normal routines halt. Second, our dependency on systems. We often think of power as guaranteed, just there. Yet when it's gone, we realize how many layers of our lives connect to it. Heating or cooling, internet connectivity, safety systems, transit operations, communications. We saw how quickly a big urban area like Los Angeles can feel the effects of an outage across multiple domains. Third, infrastructure complexity and stakes. The LADWP's outage map shows reported outages, dispatching crews, and nuanced statuses of repair work. LADWP. Even so, the cause of this outage remains under investigation. NBC Los Angeles. That's a reminder that infrastructure isn't just wires and poles, it's monitoring systems, weather interplay, aging equipment, staffing, and logistics. When one part falters, many downstream can suffer. Fourth, community communication and trust. In an outage like this, the public wants clear information. What happened, when service returns, what to do in the meantime. Reports noted that LADWP announced awareness of the outage and worked to restore service. CBS News. From a community perspective, transparent communication helps reduce uncertainty, panic, and frustration. Finally, the opportunity for improvement. Every outage is a signal. What systems were stressed? Where were vulnerabilities? How can future response be faster or better? Whether it's upgrading grid infrastructure, increasing monitoring, diversifying energy sources, installing backup power systems, these are all things worth considering. And for residents, considering backup power, emergency kits, and being prepared for service interruptions. In closing, the outage in Los Angeles this past Saturday may be written off by some as a brief disruption. But for our city, for affected residents, and for all who rely on the invisible flow of electricity, it was a reminder that the lights, both literally and figuratively, can go out, and what matters is how we respond, restore, and prepare for the next time. Let us use this moment not just to sigh in relief that the power returned, but to ask, how do we build a future where these interruptions are fewer, shorter, and less impactful? Where our reliance is matched by robustness. That is the challenge before us. Thank you.